Have you ever considered the global implications of Africa splitting in two? That's right. Beneath the surface, a seismic shift is happening, one that's literally reshaping the world as we know it. At the core of this dramatic transformation is the East African Rift, a tectonic plate boundary currently dividing the African continent into two. Now, if you're wondering what a tectonic plate boundary is, think of it as the seams of a soccer ball where the patches meet. Our Earth's crust, much like that ball, is made up of several large and small pieces known as tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving, albeit at a pace slower than the growth of your fingernails. But when they do move, they can cause earthquakes, form mountains, and yes, even split continents. In the heart of Africa, the Somali and Nubian plates are moving away from each other, creating what we know as the East African Rift. This rift isn't just a simple crack on the ground. It's a colossal, 3,000-kilometer-long geographical wonder, stretching from the Gulf of Aden in the north to Zimbabwe in the south. Imagine, that's longer than the entire west coast of the United States. But what's even more mind-boggling is the pace at which this is happening. While geological changes typically take millions of years, the East African Rift is spreading at an astonishing rate of a few millimeters to several centimeters per year. It's like watching the slowest race in history, where the finish line is the birth of a new ocean. So what does this mean for our planet? Well, over the next 10 million years or so, if the rifting continues, we could see a new ocean basin form, effectively splitting Africa into two separate landmasses. Yes, you heard that right. We might be witnessing the birth of a brand new continent. This monumental shift is not merely a geographical event, but one with profound global implications. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this fascinating phenomenon in the next chapter. But what are the geological reasons behind Africa's division? Let's delve into the fascinating world of geology to find out. At the core of this division is the movement of tectonic plates, colossal pieces of Earth's crust and upper mantle, also known as the lithosphere. These plates are not static but constantly shifting and sliding over the semi-fluid layer of the Earth known as the asthenosphere. Our focus is on the African plate, a behemoth that's undergoing a process called rifting. This is when a continental plate experiences forces that pull it apart, creating a rift, or a gap. Now you may be wondering what causes these forces. Enter magma, the molten or semi-molten rock from the Earth's mantle. As this magma rises to the surface, it pushes the crust apart, causing the rift to widen. This is the process that's causing the African plate to split, with the eastern portion slowly peeling away from the rest of the continent. But here's the catch. This process isn't a quick one. It's been happening for millions of years. Yes, you heard right, millions. In fact, Africa started to split around the same time when mammals began to dominate the Earth, about 200 million years ago. This split isn't a sudden catastrophic event, but a slow and steady process. It's akin to watching paint dry, or perhaps even slower. The rate of this division is just a few millimeters per year, roughly the speed at which your fingernails grow. And the future? Well, the continental drift is set to continue for many millions of years to come. The eastern section of Africa, along with a chunk of what is currently the Arabian Peninsula, will eventually form a new mini-continent, and the Indian Ocean will expand to fill in the rift. The split is an ongoing process, a testament to the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet. So while it's unlikely any of us will be around to see a new continent emerge, it's an exciting reminder of how our planet is always evolving, even when we're not looking. So, what does this mean for the rest of the world? As Africa begins to divide, we are on the cusp of witnessing changes that will ripple across the globe. One of the most immediate effects will be the alteration of trade routes. The creation of a new sea, for instance, could forge new maritime paths, redefining global shipping and trade dynamics. Not only that, but the emergence of new land masses could ignite territorial disputes. Countries may scramble for control over these virgin territories, triggering a new era of geopolitical tensions. These new lands could also bring with them untapped resources, creating a shift in the global distribution of wealth and power. But the implications stretch beyond politics and economics. This tectonic shift could also have profound impacts on our planet's biosphere. The creation of new land and sea could alter global weather patterns, potentially leading to more unpredictable and extreme weather events. It could affect rainfall patterns, disrupt ecosystems, and even shift the world's climate zones. Furthermore, the division of Africa could have profound implications for biodiversity. New habitats could emerge, providing opportunities for evolution and speciation to take place. On the flip side, existing habitats could be destroyed or altered, threatening the survival of many species. And let's not forget the human cost. As the landscape changes, communities may be displaced, creating a new wave of climate refugees. This could lead to social and humanitarian crises, further complicating the global political landscape. In essence, the division of Africa is not just a geological phenomenon, it is an event that intertwines with the threads of economics, politics, climate, and life itself. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of our world, where a crack in the earth in one place can set off a cascade of changes globally. So, as we observe this incredible transformation, we must also brace ourselves for the profound implications it brings. The division of Africa is reshaping the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. Could the same thing happen to other continents? This question leads us to the fascinating world of plate tectonics, a global phenomenon that goes beyond Africa's borders. Plate tectonics is the theory explaining the structure of the Earth's crust and many associated phenomena. It tells us that the Earth's lithosphere, its outer layer, is broken into several large and small pieces known as tectonic plates. These plates drift atop the semi-fluid layer beneath them, and their movements can cause the continents to shift, collide, or even break apart. This is not just an African story, it's a global tale. In fact, other continents have experienced similar events in the past. Take, for instance, the Atlantic Ocean. Around 200 million years ago, North America and Europe were part of the same landmass. Over time, tectonic forces caused them to drift apart, creating the Atlantic Ocean in between. Now, let's journey back even further in time to the era of supercontinents. The Earth has seen several supercontinents form and break apart throughout its history. The most recent of these was Pangaea, which existed around 300 million years ago. Pangaea comprised almost all of the Earth's landmass and was surrounded by a single vast ocean. However, due to the relentless dance of tectonic plates, Pangaea fragmented over time, forming the continents as we know them today. So, could another supercontinent form in the future? According to some scientists, the answer could be yes. They predict that in about 250 million years, the continents could once again merge to form a new supercontinent. In essence, the division of Africa is not an isolated event. It's part of the ongoing march of plate tectonics, a process that has been shaping and reshaping our planet for billions of years. It's a testament to the dynamic nature of our world, a world that is constantly evolving and transforming. The division of Africa is just one chapter in the ever-evolving story of our planet. To summarize, Africa is splitting in two due to the movement of tectonic plates. This isn't a work of fiction or a Hollywood blockbuster plot, but a geological reality unfolding right before our eyes. The Great Rift, a massive crack extending thousands of kilometers, is the tangible evidence of this continental divide. It's the Earth's way of reminding us who's really in charge. This continental split is driven by the continuous movement of the tectonic plates beneath our feet. These massive slabs of Earth's crust are always on the move, albeit at a pace slower than a snail's. Their movements, while slow, have the power to reshape the world as we know it. In the case of Africa, the Somali and Nubian plates are gradually drifting apart, creating a chasm that will eventually become a new ocean. But what does this mean for the world? The division of Africa isn't an isolated event. It has significant global implications. It's not just about the birth of a new continent and an ocean, but also about the potential geopolitical shifts that may follow. The creation of new coastlines and maritime routes could alter global trade, while the emergence of new lands might trigger territorial disputes and reshape national boundaries. And if you think this is a phenomenon exclusive to Africa, think again. The tectonic dance is a universal performance with the Earth as its grand stage. The same forces that are pulling Africa apart could also instigate changes in other continents. It's a slow but relentless process that has been shaping our planet for billions of years. While we may not witness the full effects of this division in our lifetimes, it's a powerful reminder of the dynamic world we inhabit. The Earth beneath us is alive and constantly evolving, and as we continue to delve into its mysteries, we're reminded of our place in this grand cosmic ballet. It's a humbling experience, one that underscores the resilience and adaptability of life in the face of change. So, let's embrace the journey and remember, in the grand scheme of things, we're just along for the ride.